Please wait for your conference to begin. Muted.
Okay, Risha, the recording has started, so go ahead and take it away.
Okay, thanks, Lynn. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to CA Testing Tools User Community Webcast. Before we get started with the demos, I would just like to introduce a few people from my team. We have Eladio Carritos, who's going to be presenting today, a senior software engineer for the Testing Tools team. Good morning, Eladio.
Good morning, Richa.
And we have Sarah Johnson, who's going to be talking about our wiki pages. She's the TI for our Testing Tools team. Good morning, Sarah. I'm not sure if she's joined yet, but we'll get back to her. And myself, Richa Navani, I take care of the user community webcast. And moving on, our agenda today is we are going to talk about CA FileMaster Plus plugin for the Eclipse UI. Eladio will go over the demo of how we can use all the 3 FileMaster Plus products in one instance of Eclipse. And moving on, Sarah Johnson will talk about our wiki pages for the FileMaster 9.1 release. And with that, I'll hand it over to Eladio.
Thank you, Richa. As Richa mentioned, I'll be providing a quick tour of the CA FileMaster Plus plugins for the Eclipse UI. We currently have 3 FileMaster Plus plugins. They are the CA FileMaster Plus for MBS, CA FileMaster Plus for IMS, and the CA FileMaster Plus for DB2. They integrate with Eclipse using the plugin mechanism provided by the Eclipse platform. What you see here is the Eclipse application installed with the 3 FileMaster Plus plugins. At the top left, labeled Plugin to Eclipse, is the perspective bar, confirming the 3 plugins installed onto Eclipse. You can easily switch between the different app perspectives from here. On the left, we have the directory list view that allows the user to connect to a server and be able to retrieve data sets. We can also see the properties view, the layouts view, and selection view from this perspective. The cheat sheets view on the right provides an interactive guide on how to use the plugin. As is customary with GUI applications, right-clicking on an item reveals the context menu. Here, we are right-clicking on the dataset to reveal further actions, such as opening the dataset or viewing the dataset properties. When opening a dataset, the Open File dialog wizard pops up to review more options, such as if the user wants to open the dataset in edit or view mode, or to enable/disable logging. We can also specify what mode we want. The application has the ability to display in character or single record mode, specify the layout to use, and provide the selection criteria. When you click on the layout button, you can get more details about the layout, as well as dynamically build the selection criteria. You can click on the import button to import selection criteria from selection criteria members. The app can also validate the current selection criteria. We then click Finish to view the dataset. Once we click Finish in the Open Dataset wizard, an editor opens to show our dataset. Here we have selected to open the KSDS dataset in single record mode. We can edit, view the values for each keys. We can move to the next or previous records in the navigation below. Also, you can easily switch back to the character mode using the buttons found in the top right. Let's switch to the FileMaster Plus for IMS using the perspective bar. This opens up a different set of views associated with the IMS product. Similar to MBS, we use the directory list view to be able to open up a database. The IMS Open Database wizard is similar to the MBS one. It first asks for the IMS environment. We can select DVD, PSD, or ACD, as well as what mode to open the database in. We also need to specify the data set to use. The format, selection, layout in the Open Database Wizard panel is similar to MDS. Once you click Finish, Eclipse opens up the editor view. We are looking at a record and single record mode for the DVD IBP database. Again, we can edit the values of the keys. We use the navigation to view other records, and we can use the formatting mode to switch between modes. Here, we display the same database, this time in character mode. A record is presented as one row. The key fields are highlighted in yellow. The app also includes a concatenated key view to inspect the value of the key field. Let's switch to FileMaster Plus for DB2. Similar to the directory list view, we have the Data Source Explorer to be able to access a particular database. Cheat sheets are available in all 3 products. When you try to open up a database, the user can choose which column to display, what the selection criteria is. We summarize that in the query display window. We have the database editor open. We have an action toolbar where we can start editing the table. We can add rows or even roll back changes. We use the navigation button to scroll up and down the records. That sums up the CA FileMaster Plus plugins for Eclipse. In short, the 3 FileMaster Plus plugins installed in one Eclipse instance provides an easy-to-use interface, allowing you to switch between applications with ease. I'll pass it to Sarah to discuss documentation.
Okay, thanks, Eladio. Can everybody hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, good, thank you. I tried to respond to Richa earlier. I'm just sharing my screen right now. And I hope what you can see on the screen is the intro page to wiki.ca.com. This is the new interface that we hope you're all using to access the CA documentation. Most CA products do have documentation up on the wiki now. Products that don't currently have documentation up there are migrating, and you will hopefully see wikis up there soon. So when you go to the main wiki page, you can search for your product, and you'll notice here, click into return, you'll notice here that there is only one FileMaster Plus wiki. This is it. It's the wiki for the FileMaster Plus products and the IMS and DB2 products, so ZIOS, I should say, and IMS and DB2. So this wiki contains common information and information that is specific to the 3 products. We have the facets down the side here give you a better idea as to how you can access information for those specific areas. You will notice that the common information is generally at the top level facet, and information, as you can see here, that applies to specific products is noted beneath that, Please be sure you do click on the top level facets like this one using ISPF, because you'll find that there is common content at the main facet level and sometimes in other places too, and I'll show you that in a minute. You can access PDFs of the content. You can only do this in a few places though, although you can access all of the content. These print PDF buttons are located at the top facet level, so installing, using ISPF, using batch, etc. This is the only place that you can click the print PDF button, but that content is available to you. Now you can see here it says log in. I am not currently logged in to my CA Enterprise account, and the reason for that is I want to show you that the content differs depending on whether or not you're logged in. And this is only true for the installing section. The rest of the content is publicly available and Googleable, if that's a word, let's say. So you can see here on on the installing page that it does tell you that there's confidential content. And I'm going to click here in a minute, but first please notice that, for example, under installing from a PAX file and these specific product instructions, there's no plus there. But when you click here, and this is because I want to do an action that is protected, it automatically takes me to the login page. Once I provide my CA Enterprise credentials, I can access all of that confidential content as well. So here's where I would click Print PDF for the installing content. It's slightly different on that installing tab than it is everywhere else, just because there is, like I said, confidential content. But now that I'm logged in, you'll see that there's the plus signs underneath here so that you can access all of that additional information. This is our DocOps platform, which means that we are encouraging interaction with customers, with product teams. So you can go ahead and comment on any of these pages, and you can direct that comment towards folks at CA, or if you just have a general comment, you can go ahead and add them there. So we can interact with you directly, and you can interact with each other directly, and we can update this content on the fly. So you are going to be certain that all of the content that you see on all of the CA wikis, and certainly the FileMaster wiki, will be the latest and greatest content. So what I've just talked about is how to access the wiki, the importance of logging in so that you can see all the information, all the content, and how to interact with us through the wiki, and how to use the print PDF function. If you have any additional questions, I'd be happy to take them at the end of, during the Q&A session. And that's it for me. Richa?
Thank you, Sarah. So, moving on, we're now open for questions. Any questions for Eladio or Sarah for the plugins or the wiki?
And for anybody who is not on the phone line, if you have questions, please feel free to use the Q&A box in the WebEx. If it's not open for you right now, just click on the question mark icon in the upper right of your screen, and the box will open along the bottom right of your screen. If you are on the phone line, we haven't heard any questions yet, so maybe you're muted. Please feel free to push #6 to unmute yourself to ask your question.
Okay, I guess there are no questions at this point, Len. So we can just end the recording.
Yeah, so I'll end the recording. Just so everyone on the call knows, later today we will post the recording, and I will also email it out to all of our attendees later today as well.
And thanks everyone for joining us today.
Thanks everybody.
Thank you all. Bye.
The leader has disconnected. The conference will be terminated.